Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like Simrigs and TrackRacer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, everything simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2025 season of the new sponsored Doogie OzOval V8 Supercars series. So we've got a new car this season, the Gen 3, and we are at round 1 of Texas Motor Speedway. So just finishing up our practice and going to be moving into qualifying, but we've got a special guest in the booth tonight from our sponsor. We've got John in the booth with us, so just going to run through with John on what Doogie Mobile is and get a bit of info from him. So bring you in, John, and say good day.
Hi, Paul. Thank you very much for having me on your show and giving us the opportunity to introduce who Doogie is. So Doogie Mobile, I suspect. Well, my name, I'm the GM for the South Pacific region and responsible for bringing this product into the Australian, New Zealand, South Pacific markets. And we're excited to be doing so. Doogie it's a global recognised company that it's recognised and known for its production of rugged hardware and tablets as well, and that's what their specialty is. They've been doing it for over 15 years, but predominantly in other markets, they've been really selling through the online channel. And our objective here in Australia and that is to get it into the hands of retail shops where consumers can go in and touch and feel these particular devices that we're really excited to bring. So we got about 3 or 4 that we're going to be introducing the market to at the present. Funny names on one. One's called an S Punk. So we're going to be bringing that in, and I tell you, it's a beast. It's pretty weighty when you actually see these things, because these devices are really designed for like an outdoor enthusiast and someone who works in extreme environments, because this thing carries like a 10,000 odd plus battery, and so you can actually utilize it. You've seen those portable chargers. You can actually utilize it not only as a mobile phone, but a portable charger as well. But it can handle all the extreme conditions. It's tested to 2G for being dust resistant, water resistant, waterproof, military grade specs and that sort of thing. So again, really excited to bring these and introduce some. That's just one of the products that we're bringing in that we're looking forward to bring to market. And again, just want to thank you for allowing us to be here and give us an opportunity to explain who we are.
That's all right, and sounds like it's a bit of a high-tech gadget there. Using a phone as a charger as well, so saves you carrying around your mobile portable charger, your battery bank. So that's
Yeah, look, the phones have got some very unique and innovative features and functions that can cater for this person who's out and about. They're caught up in the elements, or they're on a heavy construction site, high degree temperatures, low degree temperatures. You could be fishing and you drop the water in your little river there, and if you drop in the ocean, it's pretty much gone because it's sunk. But if you dropped in a river, you can at least go fish it back out, and then you're up and running again. But we're not only bringing the mobile devices to play. We've got some exciting tablets that we're bringing to market, and one of them, it's like when you open the box, seriously, it's like opening a Christmas gift. When you open it, you get your tablet, then you dig a little deeper in the packaging in the box, and then you'll find a folio case to give your device protection. Then you keep going and you'll see a Bluetooth keyboard. Then you see a stylus with a capacitive touch. And then you find that with the charger packed in there, you'll find a little Bluetooth mouse. So it not only becomes just your tablet that you carry on your lap, it becomes your mobile office.
Almost sounds as good as unboxing some sitting gear.
Yeah. It's pretty much, identical. And one of the things I've loved about using the S-Phone, like it is, as I said, it's a pretty weighty device compared to your traditional mobile phone. But I think we're not after our traditional mobile phone customer. We're looking for someone who wants to be big, bold, and different. But it's really weighty. You get used to it really quick. And the speaker on the back of it, just to give you perspective, if you're at a concert plays at about 126 dB in terms of volume. The back of this thing plays up to about 70. So it's not necessarily going to, outdo a concert level speaker, but, you're carrying your Bluetooth speaker around. I don't need to do it. I just put this thing down, and with this little pretty LED lights on the back flicking to the music, it's a great phone to have fun with.
Yeah, nice. Well, through the broadcast, we'll see some ads come up tonight, but thanks for jumping in there, John. And, we might have a chat through the season with you as well.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me, and good luck to all the drivers tonight.
Thanks, John. So just wrapping up qualifying. We've got a minute to go, and as I said, we got the new season cars. So we're just going to go to a quick ad break, and then we'll come back with the results from qualifying. Alrighty, we are back and we are going to go through the grid. So when we bring the grid up, and that'll lead us to our qualifying standings. So P1 for tonight is Craig Roffey, season 3, P1, round 1. Craig Roffey takes the pole position alongside with Kate Donnelly. Row 2, we've got Troy Davidson and Adam Malone. Row 3, we've got Wade Sheedy and Peter Matson. Row 4, we've got Rick Vincent and Rick Sanchez. Row of Ricks. Row 5, we got Shannon Wright and Scott McClintock. And row 6, we got Gary Wellman and Michael Latta. Row 7, Phil Otto and Tyler Stevenson, who is a fellow Texan as well. So the crowd will be cheering for him tonight. Row 8, we got Parry Anastakis and Chris Bleakley. Then we got our man Steve Hoppett there out from behind the broadcast booth this season and into the race seat. Alongside him, we got Nicholas Walsh. And row 10, we got Chris Finlay and Tony Roffey. And then we got Todd Maxfield with Aaron Dillon lining up next to him. And rounding out our 23rd spot, we have Derek Jacobs. So just waiting for everyone to load in, get their cars in. Looks like P4's just hasn't booted up yet. And we've got the old skeleton race suit there on. It's, round 1 at Texas Motor Speedway. So length's 1.5 miles, 2.41 kilometer oval. We've got 100 laps tonight around Texas, and we have a fixed setup. So guys will be running 70% fuel with 4 sets of tyres. So they'll be starting on a set, and they'll have 3 sets of tyres over the wall. No fast repairs tonight. So if they don't look after their cars and we see a big one, then there could be a bit of repair damage going on for them. We've got some 12 penalty incident points and then every 5 penalties. So we've got 2 green-white checkers and restarts rolling. So we are making our way out onto the track and we'll be gridding up in just a moment. A couple of guys there just hadn't started their car yet. So just doing their formation lap and then we'll be going green. Alrighty, just coming around towards the start line now, and pace truck, I should say, is pulling off, and we're about to go green for lap 1, round 1 of the Gen 3 supercars, brought to you by Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated. And Craig Roffey off to a good start there, out in P1. Looks like maybe Todd Maxfield, I think, just coming under Kay Donnelly there to take away that second spot as well. So Kay's just dropping back into a bit of a line. He's going to be settling in, new car, new season, so everyone get a bit of a feel for the setup in the car, how it's going to handle with the draft. It's a bit of a learning curve for everyone tonight. There's been a few test sessions done, but definitely going to be a bit of a learning curve for a few drivers tonight. And Troy Davidson there just making the move down the inside on Craig Roffey now to take away that lead spot. Going back a little bit further in the field there, so we'll just give you a bit of a screen capture of all the new liveries and paint jobs everyone's been working on in the off season. And there looks like Scott Clintock there with his usual Holden Racing Team paint job that always stands out. Doogie Mobile paint job there. Four laps in now of 100, so everyone's just settled in. Single file at the front there. And, good clean start for everyone. A few little gaps starting to show up there in the field, but I'm sure they'll close up as the race goes on. Still got Troy Davidson leading the way there. So it looks like Adam Malone. A bit of a blink going on there in fourth. Got a bit of a gap there to Wade Sheedy, so it's not too bad at the moment. Might jump on board with one of the drivers for these early few laps here and just get a bit of a look inside one of these new cars for you. Going to go back to a replay here. Something's happened with Steve Hoppett, so it's going to go and check out what happened there. Too sure there, but cameras didn't quite pick that up maybe, so might be able to get some more info a bit later in the race on what happened there. We're just on board there with Kay Donnelly, so a little bit of a different sound to these Gen 3 supercars to what we used to hearing. It's, a little bit of a down change through the corners as well, I noticed there, so maybe looking to save a bit of tyre early there, and maybe a bit of fuel as well, that 70% fuel load, so maybe these sim boys are already onto the strategies already in round one. so still in P1, we got Troy Davidson, followed by Craig Roffey and Cade Donnelly with Adam Malone. A little bit of a gap there, back to Wade Sheedy, just hanging off the back of the 4 there. And then a little bit further back, when we get the positions to catch up a little bit, we might be able to go through them here. We got Tyler Stevenson, so our fellow Texas there, sitting back in 6th spot with Gary Wellman and Chris Bleakley and Phil Otto in 9th, and 10th Rick Sanchez rounding out the top 10. Moving on to lap 12 now of 100, so everything running quite smoothly for round 1 here at Texas. A little bit of a checkup there from Craig Roffey, just coming into that corner, so just giving Troy Davidson a bit of a gap over Craig there. So that'll quickly close up with the draft. So not 100% sure on the draft and how well they work with these cars, so probably don't want to lose too far to the rear bumper of the car in front, or you might start getting left behind, just as we see Wade Sheedy there starting to drop off this pack of 4. Like a bit of a wall rub there almost from Craig Roffey as well, just coming into the corner. Maybe run that a little bit too wide. I'm just going to jump to another replay here. Peter Matson. So have a look what's happened here. Maybe a bit of a dropout. It's alright, he's still going. Still pointing the right way. So there's a little bit of a wall rub there again from Craig Roffey just coming into the turn. So yeah, the boys have done a bit of work behind the scenes on getting the setup for these cars tonight. So don't know if that was the easiest thing for them to do, but they've got a bit of a setup here that seems to be quite stable. So I'm sure over the coming weeks that'll get fine-tuned as well. Lap 16 of 100. So quite a calm race for the round 1 here. I was really hoping to get a bit of action going on tonight, but I think new season back for 2025, and everyone's just getting a feel for that car. So as the weeks go on, we'll hopefully get a few more big ones going on that we can call on. But I better not throw the commentator's curse on round 1. We got a few weeks to go through. Top 4 there still remains Troy Davidson, Craig Roffey, Cade Donnelly and Adam Malone. Wade Sheedy just dropped off. Tyler's quickly catching up to the back of Wade there as well. So first run for Tyler. He had a couple of runs in the practice sessions for these cars, and heard he had some pretty good results with a win and a 3rd place. So good to see a fellow Texan there on the track, his home turf, having a good run tonight. So we'll look for him a bit later in the race as well and see if he can joust it out with the guys at the front here. But looks like Kay Donnelly there just up the inside, making a move now for the lead. He's got that job done as well. Troy Davidson's running a bit wide, and Kay Donnelly and Craig Roffey coming through the inside. So Kay Donnelly now our new race leader. Troy Davidson just settling back there in third. Adam Malone just happy running at the back of this pack. Adam will be in a good spot there, just saving his fuel and running a bit of a strategy himself. Don't think saw he had any teammates out there tonight, Adam. So maybe in the coming weeks we might see Andy Barber and his fellow teammates on track. Like Craig Roffey there going for a bit of a move up the inside there as well on Cade. So looks like he doesn't want to sit back there in second and wants to take back his lead from the race. Started on P1. Interesting, just having a look at these cars. It looks like the Mustangs have their headlights on and you can just see the tail lights on before the brakes come on the Mustangs, but the Camaros there don't. So interesting. Might be a little bit of a throw off to an unsuspecting driver, maybe, if they don't catch it, thinking that the brakes are on when they're not. To our first quarter of the race coming up to lap 25 now of 100. So I think we'll probably see some pit stops probably happening in the next 10 to 15 laps or so, but we might just cut to an ad break and we'll come back with the race.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, welcome back. We are back here at Texas, round 1 of the Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated OzOval V8 Supercar Series. Here at Texas, got Cade Donnelly leading the way after 30 laps, and looks like we just got our first pit stop there. I'm not sure who that was just pulling in. Just trying to find out who that is. Looks like maybe Todd Maxfield there coming into pit lane. So first one to pit at lap 30. Looks like maybe Steve Hoppett there behind him. So just coming through lap 30. But we've got Kate Donnelly leading the way with Craig Roffey, Troy Davidson and Adam Malone is your 4th place there. So got a pretty good lead over 5th there of Tyler now. So Tyler's moved up to 5th place. And going back a little bit. Something must have happened to Wade Sheedy. So Wade's gone down a lap. Maybe Wade's pitted as well. So Wade was up in 5th and he's back to 20th now. So okay, so a little bit of strategy choice out of these new supercars. We got wet or dry tyres here, and Todd Maxfield's just changed from wet to dry, I believe. I just had that in the headset. So maybe a few drivers here starting on a wet tyre, but now moved on to a dry tyre. So could be why there's a few gaps early in this race. It's an interesting one that we'll have to look out for through the season, the tyre options. But, the drivers now just going down a few laps. We've got Gary Wellman coming into pit lane there. Shannon Wright in pits as well. I think that's Shannon just leaving now, so it's on the way out. Making his way back onto the track here, the race leaders. So looks like sort of going down 2 laps on a pit stop there. So something to keep an eye out on as well. But, race lead here, Cade Donnelly. It's quite a quick pack of these 4 up here. So looks like Adam Malone's just moving into 3rd place as well over Troy Davidson. We did have the front of this pack start to lap the back of the field just while we're on the ad break as well. So there are a couple of cars that are already lapped down just on the race pace. But, we're up to 36 laps now, so the leader's yet to pit. This will be a good indication what we sort of get on fuel here. So once we can see what our race leaders do, we'll be able to what sort of pace and fuel mileage we'll be able to get. So back to position 14 is now lapped down. So top 13 is still on the lead lap with 14 onwards to 22nd, all a lap or more down now. Looks like 5th place Tyler Stevenson's dropped back to 10th now, so I'm not sure if something happened there, but he's made his way back in the field a little bit. So got a couple of cars pit stopped, so could be why. Yeah, just coming out again. A little bit of a sideways step on the gas pedal there, just coming out. So he'll rejoin this pack. Looks like the tyres are a little bit cold there coming out of pit lane as well, so you don't want to go too quickly out of pit lane there and cross the line or throw the car sideways and lose control. So obviously the tyres need a little bit of heat to warm up in on the fresh set. So yeah, 2 laps down for Tyler. So looks like pit stop sets everyone back 2 laps. So when our leaders pit, they'll regain those laps back. Kate Donnelly on the outside there, Craig Roffey on the inside, the lapped car in front of them. Scott McClintock just coming through pit lane now as well. And that's lap 41 for Scott. So that wasn't the best stop there either, so hopefully didn't lose too much time there. But Craig Roffey taking away that lead from Kay Donnelly now, back into P1. Wonder if these guys at the front here will be able to go the halfway distance, try and make this race a one stop. If they can make that 50 lap mark, one stop race could be interesting. We've only got our top 9 now on the lead lap. That's Shannon right there on the inside, I believe. So looks like 2 different numbers maybe on that car as well on the windscreen. Yeah, so one's a position, one's a car number I've just got. So that's another thing just to keep us on our toes. Lots of changes since I've been away. All the things that iRacing updates that when you're not active, come out and then you learn. So looks like Cade Donnelly and Troy Davidson just jumped into pit lane there. So lap 45, end of 44, into pit lane. So Craig Roffey, Adam Malone now out the front. Malone still just blinking out a little bit there. We'll see just how much further that Craig and Adam can run this now. Looks like they're going for another lap. So just want to see with Cade and Troy, just to see where they come out in this. And looks like Craig Roffey's coming in now. So Craig Roffey lap 46 and Adam Malone staying out again. So Cade's making his way out. Cade's dropped back to 6th currently. So from that front pack back to 6th. So that front pack had a pretty good run. Almost a whole lap, I'd say, over the next sort of, top 5 to 10 cars. So making quick work of this race. And Adam Malone just coming into pit lane, almost had a little bit of a slide moment coming in. So race leader now coming into pit lane. See Craig Roffey now, so See how Craig Roffey comes out. It looks like we might have Phil Otto maybe moving up now into this race. And let's wait for everyone to make their transitions, come back out, and see how the how things settle back in as we make our way to the halfway mark of lap 50. While we're just waiting for all these positions to settle down, so we'll go to a quick ad break and then we'll come back for the next half of the race.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like Simrigs and Track Racer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Alrighty, we are back and we have our first caution for the night. So just going to see what happened there. We'll go to replay and just see if we can have a look here. Looks like a blown motor there. So 50 laps in and we've got a car with a blown motor. So we'll just go back a little bit here and just check what caused that, if we can catch it. Board there. Triple two, so that's Nicholas Walsh. Yeah, and he blew a motor over the start line there, so might have just grabbed the wrong gear, I think, and he might have gone backwards and redlined, and the 8 cylinders there didn't like that very much and just went bang. So, yeah, maybe trying to grab 5th for the corner, but went back to 4th gear there and, yeah, popped that motor. So, going to be a bit of an engine rebuild on that car before next week. So, that'll help everyone here. That, you know, was lap down. We'll get a lucky dog spot for someone to get back a lap and just help everyone bunch up again. So currently we've got Wade Sheedy sitting in 1st place there. So Wade, that was back in 5th, fallen off that pack, found his way through those pit stops back to 1st place. So it's a good little strategy there for him. We've got Steve Hoppert coming in. Looks like Gary Wellman there as well coming in. So maybe getting a bit more top up on the fuel. We could sort of get maybe 47 laps there, I think, to a tank that Adam Malone did. So that was just sitting. What was that? Yeah, we might just grab Steve Hoppett here up into the booth. Steve, we've got a copy.
Yeah.
How are we going for the first race of the season?
I'm not unhappy. I just never do any good at Texas. So, considering where I'm sitting at the moment, it's probably about what was expected.
18th spot there, looking at the timing here. So not too bad for being back behind the wheel again after a season in the booth.
Sorry, mate. Me spotter was talking. What was that?
That's right. Looks like you're sitting in 18th there, so not bad from behind the booth to the driver's seat once again.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not unhappy with it. I'm going probably okay. I mean, I never do any good at Texas. I've never really got the knack of some of the turns here. But we're going green now, so anyway, have a good call, guys. Thank you.
All right, so we'll pop you.
Good day to me grandson.
Well, just a shout out there from Steve Hoppett to his grandson, but we are going green once again. So we are underway, and actually got Chris Bleakley there on pole. So a little bit of a slow start there, swallowed up by Adam Malone around the outside. Craig Roffey up to second. Looks like we might have Tyler Stevenson there back into third. So a little bit of drama coming on. 3 wide coming around the corner here. Back in the 4th, 5th, 6th. Probably not the start there that Chris wanted, but hopefully they'll just settle back in a little bit and join the pack. So Rick Vincent's moved his way up into P4 as well, starting P7. So we've got a couple of new drivers making their way to the front of this pack. Got Tyler up the inside now, looking for a move here on Adam Malone. Not going to be able to get it done this turn, but maybe around the inside, around the oval on the line there. So it looks like he's going to get that done into turn 1. Adam Malone just run a little bit high, letting Craig Roffey in on the inside there as well. A new race leader and Texas man Tyler Stevenson, home ground turf for him, so fans will be going wild. You can see them there jumping up and down in the grandstands. Looking to make a name for himself in the new season. A few of the drivers might have already seen him with his performance in the practice sessions. So got Rick Vincent up into P3 now, looking to make the move down the back straight, and his teammate Chris Roffey, Rogue Motorsports, Sim Sports, sorry. Bit of a peak for Tyler as well. Looks like he wants to lead a lap here. Rick's on the charge, so it's around the inside now. Up alongside Tyler. Looks like he's going to get that done down the back straight as well into turn 3. The race is just starting to come alive. Lap 58 of 100 here at Texas. Brought to you by Doogie Mobile and everything simulated for round 1 Texas Gen 3 OzOval V8 Supercars 2025. Rick Vincent, our new race leader. Looks like a few cars in the back there. Got Steve Hoppett there, I think, coming down pit lane. So looks like a drive-through there for Steve, though. Doesn't look like a pit stop, so maybe some mechanical problems or equipment issues or a penalty. So, yeah, not pretty sure there. We'll get a word on that later, but still up the front here with our race pack that's quite a big pack of cars now. So we've got Rick Vincent in first, Craig Roffey second, Tyler Stevenson in third, Adam Malone fourth, and Wade Sheedy in fifth. Looks like Chris Bleakley in sixth, Troy Davidson seventh, Chris Finley eighth, Kate Donnelly ninth, and Phil Otto rounding out our top 10. Just settling back in now to a single line there. Oh, bit of a wall rub there. Ooh, almost had a little bit of a spin there. Good save there. Not too sure who that was, but got the rear corner there. A little bit of a tuck on from the driver behind, and almost had a turn, but pretty good driving there from everyone. So we're just starting to get our top 10, maybe top 12, just starting to pull away from the rest of the field there as well. So starting to see those gaps emerge once again. A couple of guys looking to run a bit of a higher line there as well by the look of it. But low line's been working for the most part for everyone tonight, so I haven't really seen much of a different racing line tonight. Just on board with Wade Sheedy, I think this is, so we'll take a lap or two around with Wade on board here, sitting in fifth. Got a few tuning in from home tonight as well. We've got Troy Mortensen in the chat as well. So, good evening to you, Troy. Don't have you on track tonight, so hopefully we'll see you in the coming weeks. Enjoying your holidays, I believe. For everyone tuning in at home as well, so in the coming weeks we might have some surprises coming to the broadcast as well, so everyone tuning in, and everyone even in the race seat as well, get all your family and partners and kids tuning into the broadcast, because we might have a few little surprises coming in the later weeks, so you might not want to miss out on that one. Still we got Rick Vincent leading the way now at lap 68 of 100, followed by Craig Roffey, Adam Malone, Wade Sheedy, Cole Stevenson, and Chris Bleakley there up the inside. Troy Davidson's trying to make his way up through the field as well. A little bit of a wall rub there as well. Kate Donnelly in behind Troy. So some boys trying to make their moves back to the front of this pack where they were early on in the race. 70 of 100 here at Texas. Over the halfway mark, coming to the three-quarter race, so we might see another pit stop from a couple of drivers, but it's going to be interesting to see if anyone can make the distance now to home. So might have a little bit of fuel saving going on from some drivers, but it'll be interesting to see if anyone can make it home. But I'd probably bank on everyone's going to need to pit to get home. On board here with Tyler Stevenson now. Troy Davidson in front. Like really got to utilise that down change as well, otherwise might be getting a little bit of tyre wear, a bit of understeer as well. So don't want to burn off those tyres too early and then lose the pace. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Chris Bleakley into the back of Adam Malone, but another good save there from Chris. Let's go to replay on that one. A bit of a run there, up in there, and a little bit of a slowdown. Wasn't quite prepared for that, and just got into the back of Adam, but good driving there from everyone to avoid another yellow coming out. And again, our top four, a little bit of a gap starting to form over fifth place. Rick Vincent, Craig Roffey, Wade Sheedy and Adam Malone. Taking fifth, Troy Davidson. So Troy's now got that job from fifth place to try and close that gap. We did see that pit stop work quite well for Wade Sheedy though, when he had a bit of a gap back early on the race to the top four. And he's managed to find his way up into P3. So a little bit of a cover there from Craig Roffey. They just wanted to try and get around there, going up to the outside. Trying to throw the car around, just trying to get into a position there. He can get around Craig, so looking for the outside line. Again, doesn't want to burn off those tyres trying to get around, so just going to settle back in. So making that dart to the inside now, up the inside of Craig. Will be getting a little bit of a draft there from Rick, his teammate in front, but looks like he's just going to have to surrender that spot. Look back in, almost gave Wade a bit of a kiss on the bumper. Getting that job done up into P2 now. Look like he's wanted to make that to P1 now as well. Looking for a bit of a move up the inside on Rick Vincent now. And looks like he's going to get that one done as well. Bit of a drag race down the back straight. Rick Vincent. It's for our race lead. And looks like he's just come off the track. Looks like he's going to make a pit stop. So looks like he's thinking he can't get home, so he's going to take that early pit stop now and try and get those laps back. But he will go down on the lead. So that's an interesting move. Pitting early so he can get home. Can see there, so 26 laps since he last pitted. There's a few drivers out there, 32 Barry Anastakis, 31 Chris Bleakley I think it was, so a few other drivers that have been out a bit longer, less fuel in the tank. Looks like we've had a couple of drivers maybe retire for the night as well. Nicholas Walsh and Derek Jacobs. They're out of this race. But, we got 16 on the lead lap. Gary Wellman down 1 lap. Peter Matson and Steve Hoppert, Shannon Wright down a couple of laps. Interesting to see Gary back there. Usually Gary's up the front and doing quite well in the championship points, but this is only round 1, so early days yet for Gary Wellman. Lap 80 now of 100. We've got Rick Vincent still leading this race. Craig Roffey in P2 and Adam Malone in P3. Looks like the gap to Troy Davidson there's closed up a little bit. So Troy Davidson, Cade Donnelly just catching up now to our top 3. We might go to an ad break and then we'll come back for the remainder of this race. We'll bring it home for you.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, welcome back, and we are 15 laps to go for race 1 at Texas Motor Speedway. Round 1 of the OzOval V8 Supercars series, brought to you by Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated, along with our broadcast being run with Kobe Jordan tonight and Southpaw Jackson on the mic, Inside Lane Productions and Quasi Esports. 14 laps to go. We've got Rick Vincent still at the front here. We've got a few cars coming down pit lane, so needed that extra splash of fuel to get home. Craig Roffey in second, Adam Malone, Troy Davidson, Cade Donnelly, our top 5. Not quite sure who that one is coming down pit lane. It's Peter Matson there, so Thought his car was actually black in the the paint I saw earlier for that car, but it's grey. So maybe a quick change on the paint colour for tonight's race. But yeah, nice little quick pit stop there. But he did change from wet to dry tyres, I believe. So that's the end, the tyre change there. So not sure if the wet seems to go for a longer run, maybe, and then the dry's a faster tyre, but doesn't last as long. I don't know. We might get some words from drivers after the race on that one. Rick Vincent still leading the way. Craig Roffey, Adam Malone, Troy Davidson, Kate Donnelly, our top 5. Looks like Christopher Finlay maybe making a move there. And Chris Bleakley. Not quite. Adam Malone now moving up into second place, so a little bit of fuel saving for Adam. We did see Adam go the longest distance over everyone else, so I think maybe Adam's going to try and make that run to home. So 10 laps to go. We'll see if Adam can pull that one off, or if our top are going to have to make that extra stop. Craig Roffey going for a big dive up the inside there. Troy Davidson just in the wall, giving it another little rub. Adam Malone, and I'll catch who that was. Caution coming out with 9 to go. So we'll go back to a replay and just check on that. Troy Davidson's giving the wall a little bit of a rub there. Adam just looks like he moved down a little bit there onto Wade Sheedy. So a bit of contact there. Car's got loose and unfortunately couldn't save that one. So looks like that's going to be race over for those drivers. So Wade Sheedy was the first to stop as well. So it would have been a good run for Wade if he did pull that one off. He could have been looking at a podium spot, and also Adam was looking strong for a podium spot too. So unfortunate there for those guys. So we are caution with 8 to go. So this is going to help save a little bit of fuel for these guys once again. Not sure if anyone's going to opt on that quick turn in, and there we go. So Rick Vincent, Craig Roffey, Troy Davidson all coming in for that quick splash under caution. So if the race went green, then don't know if these guys would have made it home. So we've got most of the field now coming down pit lane. So I think maybe Gary Wellman might be the lucky dog here. Looks like a couple of other drivers will get a wave around as well, possibly, if they don't need to go and get fuel. That's our second caution for the night for race 1 at Texas Motor Speedway. And we might go for a quick ad and come back with the remaining few laps.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, we are back. So we've got 1 to green, and we'll be going 5 laps, full noise at Texas. Everyone looking to get that first win of the season under their belt. So a few drivers in contention that show pretty good pace. So hopefully we'll be green to checker. We've got Rick Vincent will be leading us off with Craig Roffey on the outside as teammate, Rogue Sim Sports. Troy Davidson there, second in the inside line, with Chris Bleakley on the outside. Kate Donnelly in 5th. Christopher Finlay in 6th. And pace truck is coming off, and we are about to go green. And flag drops, and all the way. So Rick Vincent getting a nice little jump there on the start, moving up to the outside, using that wall for a little bit of a draft. Coming back down to Troy Davidson using that inside line. Looks like he was trying to get that move done, but couldn't quite get that done. So Greg Roffey maintaining second spot. Troy Davidson in 3rd, Chris Bleakley in 4th. And over the line with 4 to go. Like a few gaps already off that start, so a few guys maybe just not quite ready for that early jump. Can't there. I've seen that a few times tonight. Car's just giving the wall a little bit of a rub before coming into the corner. Final stages of round 1 at Texas. Rick Vincent, Craig Roffey, Troy Davidson, Chris Bleakley, and Kate Donnelly all looking for those podium spots tonight. A bit of a gap opening up over 4th there on Chris. Troy Davidson right on that rear of Craig Roffey. So he's giving a bit of a push that'll get Craig around the inside there on Rick Vincent. Craig moving up into 1st place. Chris Bleakley now down the inside, looking to make a move on Troy Davidson. Looking to get into that podium spot himself. Got to watch that outside line a little bit. What was that? Chris Bleakley now on the inside, looking to move up into P2 on Rick Vincent. And this is our final lap. Checkered flag and a little bit of contact right on the end. So a bit of a come together after the checkered flag. Bit of drama over the line. So we'll have our race standings for you in just a moment. So race 1 of Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated OzOval V8 Supercar Series. First place, our round 1 Texas winner Craig Roffey. Chris Bleakley in 2nd place, followed by Rick Vincent in 3rd. That's your podium. Fourth spot, Troy Davidson. Fifth, Kay Donnelly. Sixth, Christopher Finlay. So, Sim Boys line up there for you. Seventh, Tyler Stevenson, homegrown Texas man. Tony Roffey in eighth. Ninth, Adam Malone, after what could have been a podium finish there for him. And top 10, Scott McClintock. 11th, Phil Otto, Mike Ladder, and 12th. Harry Anastakis, 13th. Todd Maxfield, 14th. Rick Sanchez in 15th. Gary Wellman on 16th. Peter Matson in 17th. Steve Hoppett, 18th. Shannon Wright, 19th. And Wade Sheedy in 20th. Followed by Derek Jacobs, Nicholas Walsh, and Aaron Dillon, who did not start tonight. So that's our race 1 run and done. So got some celebratory donuts there from Rogue Sim Sports. So Craig Roffey, your round 1 winner, and Rick Vincent coming home in 3rd. So podium spots for 2 of the drivers. So we'll go to a quick ad break, and then we will get the drivers up in the booth, and we'll see how they went with round 1.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, we are back, and we've got our podium spots in the booth tonight. So we'll go to our 3rd place driver tonight. We've got Rick Vincent coming home in 3rd place. Rick, how you going?
Yeah, good, mate. Good race.
Yeah, good to see you on the podium and in the booth tonight. So round 1 at Texas. New season, new car. How'd you go preparing for the race?
Yeah, I didn't do enough practice. That's why I hung out back and sort of felt the car out in the first half of the race, and then sort of worked it out from there, and then found my way to the front. Yeah, definitely a different car to drive. It definitely pushes when you don't want it to push. And when you lift, the front end lifts. So if you're halfway through the corner and it's pushing, and you lift, it actually gets worse before it gets better. But yeah, other than that, it's really good. So the tyres are going to be very interesting throughout the season. So
Yeah, just looking on the camera there, going around that corner. Didn't actually pick that up during the race, but just looked like the front left was lifting a little bit there, going around the corner. So hard on that front right.
very hard on the front right, and yeah, the front left gets hardly any anywhere. So I nearly just took right side tyres in that last pit stop, but I was out front and I thought, well, might as well take all four. But I made a mistake. I think with 2 laps to go, I pushed in, drove too deep in turn 3 and pushed and allowed Craig underneath me, which also let Chris get up there as well. So yeah, but it was a good battle. Would have been good to watch the last lap with, I think, 4 or 5 cars all contending quite close. So yeah,
you'll be able to go watch the broadcast back on that one on the weekend or whenever you watch it and have a coldie. And yeah, no, it was a good race to watch and call tonight. So moving forward for next week,
it was a good race for Rogue Racing. Craig Roffey on first and me in third, so that's a good start with Rogue. I think Tony ended up 8th and Parry 13th on the lead lap. So yeah, that was a good showing for Rogue Racing tonight.
Oh, good. Well, if you want to give anyone a shout out or some sponsors, or you can leave that one to Craig, but if you want to give anyone a shout out tonight.
MDS Sports, they did our team shirts for us. Did a really good job. So yeah, no, I'd like to thank MDS and the Rogue team. Always a pleasure to race with them. Great bunch of fellas, and yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, well done on coming home in 3rd spot for the first race of the season. No, it wasn't probably an easy race to what everyone's used to last season, so good job there. But we'll move on to Chris Bleakley. So Chris coming home in 2nd. How you going, Chris?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Been a while since I've been in the booth and on iRacing, so got everything set up yesterday, and yeah, back here again for some more punishment. But yeah, 2nd place tonight for yourself. Not sure if you run last season or not, but how did you find the car?
Yeah, the car was interesting. Actually, this is first real. I did one of the Summer Series rounds in the old car, but that round and this round here is pretty much my only experience with the supercars on the oval. I do a lot of normal oval, but yeah, the supercar on an oval it's a bit of a different animal. I didn't qualify too good, but I think I was learning as I went, and just kept getting faster and faster. So had a couple of moments, but I was in the mix at the end, which was good.
Yeah, so it looked like you qualified 16th and yeah, come home in 2nd. So quite a good run and showing tonight for not much experience in these cars, but a lot of these drivers here, even though they're sort of seasoned vets with the old supercars, there's not a lot of experience with these new supercars. So anyone's game this season. So we'll be looking out for you through the season to see how you go.
Yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, Craig's a old sparring partner of mine, so I'm used to seeing the rear end of him occasionally. So hopefully, I can let him have a look at mine soon.
That's right. He'll be seeing your tail lights as you go off into the sunset. So, but yeah, do you have any sort of strategy tonight, like any fuel stops or tyre strategies coming into the race?
No, well, I was just because I just didn't know how the tyres were going to go. I knew it was going to wear heavy on the front. I just took it real easy for the first half of each stint, and just was going to go as long as possible in that first stint, which I did, and I think the safety car come out maybe the lap after. So actually didn't go down the lane in that first safety car, and the other guys had a bit of a tyre offset on me by a couple of laps. But yeah, I started off the pole on the first restart, which blew me away. But yeah, I got a bit of wheel spin there and dropped back a bit. But once I got in line, I was all right. And then it was just take care of the tyres and run long. And the longer it went, the more time I was eating out of the guys in front of me. So it was I was a bit nervous on that last restart though, because I don't find I have the aggression in these cars yet, but I managed to do all right.
Yeah, okay. I did notice that, on that restart, you dropped back a little bit there. I wasn't sure if you missed the jump or what happened there, if it was the tyre wear, obviously. So, a little bit of factor there. And we noticed there's a wet and dry tyre. Did you have a bit of a play with the different tyre types, or?
No, I heard guys talking about it prior, and I didn't really go anywhere near the wet. I just stuck on the dries. Maybe it's something I'll try later. I didn't really try it in practice. I didn't really think to try it at all. So I don't know what kind of effect it was going to have, but by the looks of it, it wasn't as good as it was made out, because a lot of them dropped like a stone in that first stint. So I don't know what the perceived benefits were meant to be, but yeah, that first stint told me that it probably wasn't a good idea to go to wets, so I stayed away from them.
Yeah, well, there wasn't any rain out there, so I don't know why everyone would be running wet tyres, but well, maybe there was a bit of strategy behind it, as I mentioned. Maybe the wets lasted a bit longer or something, or who knows, but we'll find out a bit later as the season goes, I guess. And anyone you want to give a shout out to, any sponsors or anyone at home?
Nah, just the rest of the 1-9 crew. Not many of them do ovals. It's really just me at the moment. But they're all always supportive of everything we do, and we always have a good time. So just shout out to them really, and also to the organisers, Steve and you guys in the booth for doing a great job, and all our sponsors, series sponsors.
Cheers, mate, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the coming races. But, we'll move on now to our race winner, round 1 at Texas, and that is none other than Craig Roffey. How you going?
Yeah, good fellas. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. So race 1, and you've taken the chocolates home.
Yeah, it's good to bring the new season with a good start. So not just for me, but the other road guys, 1 and 3 and 8 and I think 13. So yeah, it's a good start.
Yeah, I can't be happier than that. 2 cars on the podium in the new season, new car. So I'm sure that, the team will be celebrating hard tonight, but maybe not, because it's a work night tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but so how did you find the car? Done any preparing for the new season with the new car?
We did a couple of pre-season races that Steve put up, and also a couple of practice sessions with the lads. We knew it was going to be a tyre race straight away. Fuel's got nothing to do with it anymore. So if you want to go fast at the start, you're going to lose out at the end. So you got to find that that happy medium. And we found it. So yeah.
Well, I'm sure we could make it a fuel race if we tweak those numbers a bit and then add some more strategy to it. But,
yeah, also with that, I'm not sure if Steve knew, but the starting fuel was 76 and you could fill it up to 93 litres, so I'm not sure if that's an error or anything like that. But because it was going to be a 2-stopper or save fuel to make it a 1-stopper, but then we realised, you could fill it all the way up. Which made it a one stopper.
I was wondering if we could get 1 stop. Adam went about 47 laps, I think was the longest. So I was wondering if he could squeeze out the extra laps with that caution, but unfortunately got a bit of a mix up there. So
yep.
yeah, we'll see how the other races pan out and what happens there with the fuel. But moving on, we've got to bring back a bit of rivalry here. So, being the race winner tonight, we might have to do this each week. And who do you think the biggest threat for the new season is to you?
If we were in the old car, I would have said Gaz, but Gary Willman. But he's first time and he's in a while.
16th.
Yeah, he's out of the top 15, which I'm secretly happy about. But I don't know. I think anyone in the top 10 at the moment. It's like who can in the coming weeks learn how to drive the car, and so it's anyone's game at the moment. Like I won 3 last season, and I only beat the next guy by 5 points. So it doesn't really, it sort of adds up.
Yeah,
It's just consistency.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Gary up there a bit more as well. So I'm not sure how his race went. Obviously, it wasn't the best for him tonight, but I'm sure in the coming weeks we'll see him moving up through the field. So, yeah, but obviously the other Sim boys are still on pace there, so you might have that rivalry still going with Sim boys. And
there's always going to be rivalry with Sim boys, always.
Yeah. No, well done on coming home first place for the first race, and yeah, we'll see how the coming weeks go. But yeah, we'll get a shout out from any sponsors and anyone you want to shout out to.
Yeah, just the Rogue Boys. Cheers for coming out. This is usually my domain, the ovals, and they just join just to work as a team. MD Sports, Elite PC Repairs with Rick, and all the series sponsors, and hopefully everyone doesn't get turned away by the tyre issues and whatever. Hopefully everyone can come out and keep the numbers up above 20, which would be good. Apart from that, yeah, all you guys, and yeah, let's do it again next week.
Easy. Well, thank you, and we'll look to see if you're back in the booth next week. But as mentioned, it could be anyone's game now with the change up, and drivers going to have to put a little bit of practice into the cars, not just rock up each week. So
yeah, that's it.
We'll see how things go. So thanks to our podium getters and everyone here from the production side, Inside Lane Productions, Quasi Esport, myself on the commentating, Paul and Kobe behind the scenes on the cameras, and our sponsors. Couldn't do it without them as well. So Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated. So next week we will be heading to, and I'm not sure if I've got that here. Be coming up in just a moment because I'm too quick for this.
Yeah, look, I'm stoked. There was some fantastic racing out there tonight. Thanks to all the guys for showing up. We had a decent turnout. It was 20 something. And yeah, as Craig said, I hope people are not turned off by the tyre issues. I personally didn't have any tyre issues. I knew it was going to be a tyre race, and I was getting 25 to 30 out of each set. So, and I'm far from the best driver out there for looking after tyres, I can tell you. But yeah, I also had some bad luck along the way. I got a penalty for putting my wheels on the grass far too many times going through the tri-oval, and ended up with a drive-through penalty, stuff like that. Look, fantastic night. Great racing out there. I had a ball. I thought it was very clean. A couple of little hiccups along the way. That bit of a messy start for somebody that got loose and stuff like that, but some great racing out there. And look, John, the GM of Doogie, was in speaking before the race, and as the series owner, whatever, I just want to say that I'm really happy to have Doogie Mobile on board, and Everything Simulated, Shannon and his team still supporting the series, and it's great to have such good sponsorship in sim racing. And yeah, look, it's certainly paying off, and we've got the new car up and running. It was a very nervous wait, I'm not the sort of person who sits around nervously, but I've been very, very nervous about how tonight was going to go with the new car and the setup and that, and I thought it went pretty well. So thanks to the sponsors, thanks to the broadcast team, and thanks to all the drivers.
Alrighty, and there you have it. So that's our man Steve Hoppert, puts in all the work behind the scenes for the league and everyone racing. So big shout out to him as well for everything he does for the iRacing community. And looks like next week is Nashville Super Speedway. So Nashville's a nice fun track, so it'll be interesting to see how we go there. But from everyone here at OzOval V8 Supercars, thanks for joining in, and all the drivers showing up tonight, and we'll catch you next week.